This is indeed a historic day in the life of the Catholic Church. Something like this has not been seen in hundreds of years, and so this is historic for us. As you have heard already, Pope Benedict XVI has announced that he will retire at the end of this month, on February the 28th, effective on that date. He will no longer be the Pope. He will no longer be the Supreme Pontiff of the Catholic Church. And so this is a historic time for all of us. I'm asking the faithful to especially pray for the cardinals who have to gather in Rome for a conclave in which they will elect a new pope. So this is going to be something that's quite historic, something that's going to be of great importance. Our Holy Father has indeed been a man who continues to live deep faith, is committed, and is truly a shepherd, a servant of the Church. He has indeed been marvelous, considering his age, 85 years of age, and he continues to be very active. Well, I think this has stunned all of us in the Church. I think most of us knew nothing about this. I think he kept this very quiet. I think he did a lot of prayer, a lot of reflection. The media mentions that he probably had conversations with his own brother, who's a priest. So he definitely thought about this for some period of time. And then he made the decision that it was time for him. He has said on several occasions that if for some reason the Pope is incapacitated, either physically, psychologically, or spiritually, and cannot carry out the functions of being the Pope, those duties, then he should step down for the good of the Church. So he has said that himself on several occasions. So he's carrying out his own words. I don't think there's any political reasons that he's doing this. I think he's doing it simply for the good of the Church. I think that's his number one reason. He's doing this because he loves the Church so much, and there is so much demands made on a Pope. Think of it. Think of 1 billion Catholics throughout the world, and you're responsible to take care of those 1 billion people. So he has to travel around the world. It's a very fast-paced type of thing. He's meeting with heads of state constantly. Not only that, he's also taking care of the spiritual aspects, which is to attend to the needs of the bishops, to attend to the needs of the people, the priests. So there's a great balancing that has to take place for someone to be able to accomplish all those duties. A lot of names are out there. They started out with a few names today. By the end of the day, there was 12 names now have emerged. And so there's a lot of speculation that's going on. I don't want to speculate because, first of all, I know some of the cardinals, but I don't know all the cardinals. Think of it, there's probably about 120, 118 of them who will be part of that conclave. And this Pope has made cardinals more than anyone else in a long time. So about 90 of them have been appointed by the Holy Father himself. I think the Holy Father has been one of those men that's, first of all, he's a scholar. He's a theologian. He's brilliant in his way that he presents themes and preaches. He's very clear, and he's teaching. He always takes the teaching role of his office seriously. I think that that's very important for him. So I don't think that there's going to be vast changes. If people are looking for tremendous changes for what the Church teaches right now, I think they're going to be disappointed. I think if they're expecting that, I don't think they really understand what the Church is about. The Church is always about being faithful to Christ. That's number one. And so fidelity to Christ means there's going to be certain things that we're always going to adhere to. And I think it's also significant that today that announcement was made. Today is World Day for the Sick. It's amazing that the Holy Father chose this day, the Feast of Our Lady of Lourdes, which is a day when we pray for healthcare workers and those involved in that type of ministry. And he decided on this day, this is the day I'm going to announce it. I think that was significant. So as he's praying for the sick, he realizes his own limitations, and he's made this decision.